down the line as well. Thompson with the ball in, and it's off the frame of the goal, and Kennedy's there! Less than a minute into the second half, Portsmouth have the breakthrough, and it's Matty Kennedy.
Kenny must be highly delighted by last weekend and a home game to follow.
Yeah, tough week for us, starting with MK Dons, and then we go Doncaster and Blackburn. Good week for us as well. 9 points available going to these little periods, you know, and be a tough one, but our aim is to get a good amount of points out of that, as you say. Start with MK Dons anyway, game we're looking forward to. Very good football inside, have a lot of ability in their team, and you know, like most of the sides in League One, have a useful threat.
Got a bit of a poser now. Do you play Ollie Hawkins at the back? Do you play him up front?
Well, it'd be nice if he's variable enough to do both, which will be good. You know, we're confident with Burgess, and he's trained this week, so he's a very good addition for us over the next 3 games.
I mean, he has played at the back before at previous clubs, Ollie. You obviously were aware of that before pitching him in there.
Yeah, when I was out of work last year for a period, and you know, I saw him play, and I saw him play at centre forward and at centre half. So that's. You know, I had a picture in my head and some confidence, and particularly the games where he has played there, and you know, the Oldham game where they had a big front two, they were putting the ball in, there was a lot of headers. Gillingham, similar, picked probably the biggest side that they could, very direct, hit everything for Wilkinson, and so, you know, both games suited him, and without his, you know, his domination in the air, you know, I don't think we'd have got the result on Saturday.
Yeah, and it was a bit of a patched up side, so you must be even more delighted with that.
Yeah, and these things, you know, work that way. If they can settle down and we can compete properly, then, you know, I do think we've got a good team. But it's one thing saying that, and it's another doing it. We have to earn every point we get, and we know that. And if people have to make sure that they put the club first and play out of position to get us results, then it has to be done.
Bonus out there for you this morning, Milan Lalkovic back.
Yeah, Lalkovic is back from injury, which is good. Burgess is back from injury, which is good, and hopefully they can both stay fit now.
You stressed somewhere last week that about you'd love to be here, manager here long term. Is that feasible in today's managerial climate?
I don't know, to be honest with you. As you say, you look at the overall climate. It's not something that, you know, somebody asked me a question. It wasn't something that, you know, I came out and stated. But you know, I quite rightly pointed out as well that if you are a long-term manager, you're a successful one in this day and age. So to coincide the two would be great.
It does get to ridiculous levels where managers get sacked after 4 games.
Yeah, it does, and obviously club have their own reasons. Relationships at the top of clubs are very important, and people have to be working towards the same goal and on the same page, obviously. And unless you're, you know, in that, sometimes you don't know. But yes, to be able to do a job and, you know, get the time to job is something that you would ask. But again, you know, as a manager, as a coach, you have to earn that, and you earn that with the people that you work for.
Now, it'll be lovely now to get 2 league wins to set you up for a difficult time on the road after that.
Of course it would, and I'm looking at the 3 games as a whole, and, you know, there's 9 points available. Tough games, all 3 of them won't be easy, but we want to be good enough to, you know, to do well against the top teams, and we've got top teams coming up in the next 8 days. Nothing that we should be frightened of, and as a club, it's a challenge we want to rise to. But similarly, you know, we have to work very hard to get anything. We know that, and it will be no different in the next 8 days.
It's encouraging. Are you about where you deserve to be?
I think we are. It's a very competitive division. We want to stay in touch. We want, if we can't actually be there and in that top 6, we want to stay in touch, or be working out a way that you know, we have a plan to get in there. And, you know, that has to be the case all of the time, because, you know, the bar is for Portsmouth to work towards the top of this league.
And any injury doubts for the weekend?
No, we're pleased with Milan, and we're pleased with Christian Burgess this week in terms of their work ethic. So for Saturday's game and then beyond, they come into the group.